Welcome to How to Use a Calculator, starring Mr. Greaves and the Casio FX83 GT Plus. Now, many people can use a calculator to do complicated sums like this one. Everybody knows where 1 is, everybody knows where the @ sign is, and everybody knows where 2 is, and they know to push the equal sign afterwards to get the answer 3. But what if your sum isn't so straightforward? What if you're faced with something like this? Well, don't worry, that's why you've bought the FX83 GT Plus, or one of the other models, also available in blue, because you can type this in and it will look just like that on the calculator. So let's do it. First of all, I'm going to push the fraction button. That's because this whole thing is a fraction. There's a thing on the top and a thing on the bottom. Now, on the top of my fraction is a square root sign. So I'm going to push the square root button. There it is, right there. Now, on the top, underneath the square root, is 3.2 times 4.6. So here we go. 3.2 times 4.6. And you can see on the calculator it looks exactly the same, and that's the point. Now, I want to change the bottom, so I'm going to use the down button on this massive great blue thing here, and on the bottom I'm going to type in 3. Now there's a little squared there, don't ignore it, get it all in. There's a squared button, can you see it, just where my hand is? And then I'm going to subtract, so minus, brackets, minus, I'm using this other minus here for the minus inside, there's the 4, close the brackets, and then I need a cubed. Now, you can use the cube button, there's a cube button right there, or you can use this little button here and push the one with the square above it, and that lets you type in any number you like. So I'm going to type in a 3 there. Now, when you hit equals, you know you're going to get the good stuff here, because this looks exactly the same as the thing written down. If it doesn't, there's a chance you're going to get it wrong. So we hit the equal button, and there we are. After a short pause, the calculator's come up with our answer. It's 0.052. I'm going to round it to 3 significant figures or 4 decimal places, depending on how you prefer to look at it. But that's not all this calculator can do. It can do other stuff too. So let's have a look at a couple of other examples. And we're going to look at these 3 questions here. Now, I've included that top one because it's a bit of a catch-out really. A lot of people would type in 4, and then they push the fraction button. Oh, not like that. So type in 4, fraction button, they put in 3 over, let's get it right, there we are, 3 over 8, and they put a 4 in front, like that. And that would be wrong. If you want to type in a mixed number, you've got to use the mixed number button, and to get it you've got to push shift first. So there's shift, I've pushed the shift, and then if you can see just above the fraction button it's got a mixed number symbol, and it looks like that. And now I can type it in 4 and 3 over 8. I can move the cursor along, stick the minus sign in. I've got another mixed number here, so I'm going to use shift and the mixed number button, and then 2 and 6 over 7. And now I can find out what this baby's worth. I can hit the equal sign, and there we go. Just what you're waiting for, 85 over 56. Doesn't that feel good? Now, the last thing I'm going to do on this short little how to use a calculator session is show you how to put pi in, because if you've got a question involving a circle, there's going to be a pi in there somewhere. So let's do these 2. First of all, I've got the 2 times. Now, pi is right at the bottom of your calculator. It's right down here, and to get it you have to push shift. So we push shift, there's the pi, times it by 6, and there's our answer. Now, you might not be very comfortable with having a 12 pi sitting there, in which case you'll be wanting to use the SD button. There it is. Hit that and you get the decimal, which is probably what you wanted. So 37 point, and I'm going to go to 1 decimal place, so it's 37.7. One more. Area of a circle, remember? Twinkle twinkle little star. Circumference is 2 pi r. I didn't know you really cared, but area is is pi r squared. So here we go, shift and the pi button, there's our little pi, times by 6, and remember the squared, got a special squared button right there, and notice it looks exactly the same as it's written down. That's the whole point of having spent £5 on this beauty. Hit the equals, oh dear, 36 pi, but wait, it's okay, I just have to hit the SD button, 113.1 to 1 decimal place. And there you go. If you can do that, you can probably do anything that you need to on this calculator.